I mean, I can't tell people what to post or what to say. But Nicki Minaj damn sure needs to stay away from anything, posting anything about kids, trans or otherwise. She supports a dude that is on the Epstein list 1,000 times. She's actually married to a registered sex offender, a pedophile. She shouldn't be able to watch Jason Kidd or listen to Kid and Play or New Kids on the Block. Hell, she got to walk around the aisle with Cabbage Patch Kids on it. And she damn sure should stay away from Sour Patch Kids. And it ain't Governor Newsom Nicki needs to be worried about. It's Chris Hansen.
Like, at what point are y'all going to say that she is not trolling? Because she's not. Like, she will literally have to show up to a rally with a red hat on, which I think is coming real soon, okay? For y'all to realize that she is not trolling, okay? Y'all on here talking about how we not seeing the bigger picture. Then what's the picture then, Picasso? Because I'm not seeing it, okay? She is not playing a game of chess, okay? She is playing solitaire. A game by herself, playing herself, okay? Listen, even some barbs are on here and like, yeah, she's not trolling. Like, literally, her fan base, majority of her fan base is LGBTQ+, and she's aligning herself up with a man and his administration who literally do not want them to have rights. So it don't make sense to me. Like at this point, I don't know how anyone could make excuses for her anymore. Like I said, like, she is this close to going to a rally. Okay, she's going to pop up with a red hat very soon. Mark my words. Y'all going to continue to say that she's still trolling? Like, please.
Baby, I have been on Nicki Minaj TikTok, and the barbs, they got a lot to say. So if you have not been keeping up with the barbs and Nicki Minaj right now, baby, it's a lot going on. So let's unpack this. Mind you, I ain't say this. This is what Nicki said. Nicki said, baby, I'm a true Trump supporter. And she did a whole speech at the UN on behalf of the Trump administration now. Now, child, a lot of barbs have been speculating ever since she got with Kenneth Petty, I apologize, her current husband. It's been the downfall of Nicki, but honestly, I feel like these tweets that she posted on X is the downfall of Nicki, of her going back and forth with JD Vance, supporting the current administration, and JD Vance showing his love and appreciation for Nicki Minaj on social media, basically confirming the rumors that she was a Trump supporter. Now, the barbs had a lot to say about these whole tweet interactions with her and JD Vance. And basically, mind you, I ain't say this. This is what they said. They said that, you know, we've supported you, Nicki, through a lot of shit, but we're not going to support you through this whole Trump thing that you got going on. It's not a reflection of what we want to represent, and they're very disappointed in Nicki. Now, the question is, can Nicki bounce back from this? Personally, I feel like she might be able to if she plays her cards right. But at the same time, I think that her barbs just want her to apologize and acknowledge when she's wrong in situations. But look, y'all, I keep y'all updated. Make sure y'all comment and follow me on my main page and on my backup.
So Nicki Minaj decided to come for Gavin Newsom on Twitter. And honestly, it was a lot. Like, she went on a whole tweet spree that felt unhinged. And I'm not even trying to be shady. It genuinely feels like she's doing damage to her own legacy in real time. And that's wild, considering how hard she worked to build it. Now, here's the funny part. In true petty fashion, Gavin Newsom, and let's be real, his social media team clapped back. But they didn't do it with words. They did it with music. If you look at the response video, listen closely to the song he used. It was a Megan Thee Stallion track. And if you know anything about pop culture right now, you know Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion are not cool. They've had public beef, subliminals, tension, all of it. So using Megan's song wasn't just ignoring Nicki. It was a very intentional try again. No direct response, no argument, just vibes and shade. Honestly, that's elite level pettiness. Say what you want about Gavin Newsom, but that move was calculated, quiet, and effective. In this lifetime, I truly aspire to be as petty as 50 Cent, and apparently, Gavin Newsom's social media team at least once.
This is going to be a quick one because I need to start getting ready, but I wanted to come on here and speak about trans children in relation to Nicki Minaj and the beef that she got going on Twitter with Gavin Newsom. Child, let me tell y'all something. We may all have varying opinions about trans children, but I'm here to tell you that taking away their health care is a net negative for the individual and society as a whole. Because I was one of those teens who was navigating crippling gender dysphoria and wasn't allowed the resources or the means to transition at the time. So unfortunately, unfortunately, I took to the black market, sadly behind my parents' backs. Systemic discrimination, transphobia, economic and financial barriers are all issues that push trans people into these underground networks, and they significantly contribute to the violence and the unaliving that the trans community faces, specifically trans people of color. And it's no shade, Nicki likely already knows this from the amount of trans women who have stuck needles into both of her ass cheeks in hotel rooms, allegedly. I'm about to put y'all on game. The trans community is already so tiny, and the streets talk, we talk. If there is a cis woman who has illegal silicone injections, allegedly, in Nicki Minaj's case, a trans woman was likely involved in the process. Hey, Michelle has talked about this, Cardi B has talked about this, a lot of nighttime ballerinas have spoken about this. So she's likely very well aware of the extent that a lot of trans women will go to present as their authentic selves due to her proximity to the dolls. Like, don't let her fool y'all. Furthermore, I hate how people always assume that trans kids means medicalization or surgeries on children. Each individual's treatment plan is specifically catered to that person. And for the most part, in our youth, transition means social transition. So a change in name, maybe a change of pronouns, maybe a change of dress. In the scope of it all, because I know a lot of anti-trans people like to focus on disproportions and per capita, only very, very, very few specialized cases lead to puberty blockers, HRT, and surgeries in minors. And that conclusion is only come to after extensive therapy and a consensus with the child, the parent, and the medical professional. It's honestly so wild. The party of limited government and final parental authority, those principles go out the window when it pertains to something that you don't understand. And lastly, I'm not shocked. I'm not saddened by Miss Nicki Minaj's most recent political and social switch. I surrendered my Barb card back in 2015 when she was essentially defending her brother for allegedly doing the unthinkable to a child. And then the icing on the cake was when she married a registered sex offender. So I think that her values and her ideas honestly align with their side more than it does with us anyways. And it's so unfortunate because she's such a talent, but I'm just a person who can't separate the person from the music. I still hate Chris Brown. All of that and a bag of chips being said, as always, it is your girl Day. Any dissenting opinions? Barbs? Be respectful.
Nicki Minaj has gone full-blown MAGA on Twitter, or X, right? And I think it's because she's scared of deportation. She is starting to get worried with this immigration policy because, mind you, she's been in the United States since she was 5 years old and she's still not a citizen. And pre-COVID, she even talked about how hard it is to get citizenship in this country. You can be a multimillionaire, you can be a celebrity, and it's still a hard process to get citizenship. It's easier just to renew your green card, right? She has gone so far to turn against her own fan base. She literally, the LGBTQ is like her ride or dies, right? They do all her dirty work for her, right? And she went on to say that trans people are not normal. They're not normal. Which I don't even think that Nicki Minaj really was for the gays anyway, just based on the fact that she is Caribbean. No tea, no shade. But yeah, she's turned on her own fan base. Nicki Minaj is seeing all these people being deported. People are going to their immigration meetings and, they're here legally. They have the paperwork to be here, but they're going to their immigration meetings and being deported. I've seen a man, he was married to a Canadian woman. He also voted for Trump, and she was deported for a charge that she got 20 years ago, a misdemeanor. They are getting people out of here. And she is very nervous. She's also had a charge years ago, and her husband is a habitual offender. He's a sex offender, right? So I think that she's starting to get a little bit worried. So she's trying to build connections with the Trump administration to secure her spot in the United States of America. This may work for her or it may not. I wouldn't be surprised if Trump's old freaky self wanted to sleep with her for that citizenship. But I don't know that this is the right method, considering look how the Trump administration did Marjorie Taylor Greene. They used her up and then threw her to the wolves. So it's you're pandering to this community for your own benefit, but they're racist and they don't like immigrants, right? And you're black and you're an immigrant, so they don't like you. And they're going to use you just like J.D. Vance immediately, once he saw that Nicki Minaj was on his side, started with the Nicki Minaj versus Cardi tweets, right? Mind you, Cardi, y'all always calling her Mexican, but she's here legally. She's a U.S. citizen. She ain't getting deported, right? They're just using her as a pawn. Look, there's a black person that supports us, and she's a celebrity. Don't get treated like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Don't lose your whole fan base pandering to this administration And then what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't work and they deport you? And now you've lost your home here in the United States, your status, and then you lost your fan base. I don't know if this... I'm not a Barb. I've been supporting her, but, you know, I wonder what excuse they're gonna make for her now.
Nicki Minaj, you have officially crossed the line. I am a longtime Barb, so before any of the Barbs try to come at me and say that I'm a hater of Nicki, I don't like Nicki, I'm literally wearing the merch I got from going from her tour twice. Also a signed CD up there. Now, the only reason why I'm addressing this is because I had a few comments, and also I'm very much so a proud Barb. As of the past year, it has been so hard to continue my support to Nicki Minaj because of the way she's supporting the current administration right now. I have saw past, you know, her husband, and I have never condoned that, and I never really liked him. I never supported that at all, and I was just like, you know what, it is what it is. I love Nicki Minaj, so that's something I'm willing to look past. I'm not saying it's a good thing to look past at all. However, I was a hardcore Barb. I still am a hardcore Barb. I love Nicki down. Her music has helped me so much throughout my teenage coming out era, and just like everything. She's helped me so much through her music, and she has empowered me and makes me feel empowered. So to see her support this administration that goes against everything that I am is so disheartening. More so making this video because, again, I'm very much so a Barb, and on my online presence, I'm not afraid to tell people that I am and show it, like in my background, or if I'm wearing a Nicki shirt as I'm getting ready. That's why I feel like I need to address it, because I do get comments of people asking me, why do I have Nicki up, or why do I have this, or why do I do that when it comes to Nicki Minaj. And this is me addressing it finally, and I've kept it kind of to myself for the longest time. Have not wanted to do this with Nicki Minaj, but I have to separate the art from the artist, and it sucks. It sucks. It's of what she tweets and all the things that happened this past year. And when I go on to like check in, and like maybe she said like, oh, this was all a joke, or maybe like this is all this and that, it just gets worse, and I feel like she's digging herself in a bigger hole every time situation this past year, and enough is enough. And I'm not saying that I'm not ever going to listen to Nicki Minaj song ever again, because she's literally on my playlist. She's my top artist for the past like ever. Nicki Minaj religiously. If you know me in person, I'm always quoting Nicki. I cannot stand and condone everything she has done at this point, and I feel like it just got to a point where I'm just done. I'm wishing her the best. I really wish nothing but the best for Nicki Minaj, because I'm such a huge fan of her, but it's just so disheartening, and I can't support it anymore. I've cut friends, I've cut family off that supported the current administration, and I don't think it's fair for me to not follow suit with her. And yeah, and it sucks to see that she's allowing them to use her and use the Barbs to kind of create this agenda around everything, and it sucks. It sucks. This is my message to my followers and the Barbs. It's time to make Nicki realize that she is not in the right, and it's time that we do something about it and not just condone her behavior. Dear Nicki Minaj and dear Barbs, this first one to address, I know no matter what I say to most Barbs, it's not going to land. It's like speaking to a brick wall. I want to first address that I did say in the video that I saw past Nicki Minaj's husband. Now, I want to take that back in a way, and I feel like that was definitely the wrong way of me wording it. I have never condoned her husband. I have never said what he has done is okay. So to the comments being like, this was the thing to make you end like supporting her, yeah, it was, and I'm not saying it was right. I've never said that it was okay. That, not trying to justify this, but I've grew up with Nicki Minaj. She literally has done so much for me, like musically, and so growing up with this person, listening to her music whenever I'm sad or need a confidence boost or just having a good time, and then from a drop of a hat, it was a lot, and it definitely took time. And that's just me personally. I can't speak for all the Barbs, but me personally, I'm gonna say I did hang on to Nicki Minaj and her legacy for so long, because she this means so much to me. Like, this girl is like my idol. Like, I look up to her. I do my music, I look up to her. She inspires me so much, and it's something that I can't just like do off of a whim and like it's definitely going to take time as far as like listening to music on different platforms where she isn't going to get it financially, or platforms where she isn't going to be supported financially, therefore I can like still listen to her music but not support her. But I really, really encourage you guys, anyone that is like still like having that blissfully ignorant mindset, please do your research on what it actually takes to get into the process of becoming a trans person. And also do research on everything that's happening in Nigeria. Like 10 minutes to do a simple Google or AI, whatever you want to do, of what is actually going on and the actual truth. I posted on my story, but it's probably going to be gone by the time I post this video. But please do your research. That's all I can say, and the only thing I'm going to say so my video doesn't get shadow banned. Am I distancing myself from Nicki Minaj? Definitely. And I'm definitely going to be taking a step back as far as like listening to music as often, and like, you know, I'm also going to take this down. I've decided I'm just going to take it down because I know there's going to be some ignorant person that doesn't know the sentimental value that CD has to me. And regardless of anything, I'm still going to have it because I can't get rid of that. I can't. Also, I already paid for it, so like me getting rid of it isn't gonna hurt Nicki Minaj anymore or not support her financially. She already got my money, so there's video wasn't going to be anything light. I knew there's gonna be people that didn't like me because I stopped supporting Nicki Minaj, like the hardcore barbs. I knew there's gonna be people that were like, why did it take you so long? There was no winning in that video. And I also mentioned in that video the reason why I was doing a video on it initially is because I always show like her CD, and like I wear merch sometimes, and I'm always like on my social media, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm always showing her songs and like playing that kind of stuff, and people know I am a hardcore barb. So I figured let me do this video and say my standpoint and my viewpoint. I had a feeling the video would do pretty good, but I didn't expect it to get to 500,000, almost 1 million views at the point of me recording this video. I didn't expect it to get to that length. And yeah, so it is what it is. I wish I could say all of this in that original video, and also sorry for dragging it on a long time. I'm a yapper. I like to talk about my feelings, and I yap. I mean, that's just the thing it is. I did want to address things, and if people see this video, they see it. If they don't, then it's whatever. That video was never supposed to be bashing Nicki Minaj and like trying to talk bad about her. This video and that video isn't me being like, I hate Nicki Minaj, I hate her, da 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 da. Never. Well, let's never say never, but I would never come on here and like bash this woman. The point of that video was never to bash Nicki Minaj. It was just to hold her accountable for the things she's doing, and for her to do her research a little bit more, or a lot more, before saying and spreading misinformation, because it is harmful. And people that are saying like, oh, you know, what does this have to do with you? Or like, da 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 da. It's harmful for people to get the wrong information, especially on these big topics. Raise this idea and this opinion that is incorrect, and it's harder to sway them into like, this is actually the truth. So there's a whole nother. But yeah, Moment for Life, it will be my favorite song for the rest of time. I'm sorry. Also, to everyone saying like, oh, you gotta support Cardi B or this and that and the third, let's not get ahead of ourselves.